So we are going to play The Vanishing of Ethan Carter today.
Ethen Carter, I didn't know, but he knew who I
Let's hear
was.
the story that the
When the
narrator has
police
to say
won't help
first.
you and the priests don't believe you, you call on Paul Prospero. You call on me. If you're a kid like Ethan, you're right. Plenty do. Ethan's letter started out just like any other fan mail, but soon there were mentions of things no little boy should know about. There are places that exist that very few people can see. Ethan could have drawn a map. I hadn't entered Red Creek Valley yet, but already I could feel its darkness reaching out for me. Finding Ethan Carter wasn't going to be as easy as knocking on his door. I was too late for that. To find Ethan, I had to figure out what this place was trying to hide from me.
So I guess this narrator is a ghost or something, but I'm not exactly sure. Let's see who he really is. And at this place, to get an idea about this game, you have to find 5 traps. After finding those 5 traps, you get some kind of idea about the storyline behind the game. So you can just see that I found the first one, and it's not that easy to find the remaining 4 because they are somewhat hidden. But at the same time, if you like roam in this map for like 2 or 3 minutes, it's not that hard to find them as well. So let's see where the remaining ones are and the storyline behind the game. Okay, so we found all the traps, and after that you have to hold the left click and you will be taken to a place like this. So don't try to walk here and there. There is a letter down here, you just have to read it. So it says a story written by Ethan Carter. Still we don't know whether this is true or false, or whether this is an imagination of Ethan Carter or what it is. But it's better to read this and keep it in your mind. Let's see how this story relates to the future. So if you turn this letter to the other side, you can see a drawing by Ethan Carter. So it's a house which is burning. Let's see what this really
Ethan,
says
I
to us.
told you, you can't be here.
But Gramp, I wrote something for you.
That's real nice. Thank you. Just just leave it. I'll read it later.
After finding the letter, you have to walk through this bridge, which is really nice. Although this
Red
game
Creek
is a bit
Valley.
old, look at the
Seemed like a
graphics that it
quiet,
has.
ordinary place. I've learned two things in my life. No place is truly quiet, and nowhere is really ordinary. Ethan warned me about that. Warned me not to be fooled by what I saw here. He didn't need to worry. I'd worked dozens of cases, hundreds. This would be my last one.
What you have to do right now is to run towards the end of the bridge. Like, you can do it by holding the shift key, and you will find a rail car at the end of the bridge. So after you reach the rail car, what you have to do is to hold to your left click, and it will show you something called inspect. In inspection, you will see that there is blood, and they're asking us questions whether this blood is animal blood, human blood, or what it is. And there's a lost crankshaft and so many scratches in the rail car. And once you get this, what you have to do is to keep it at one place like this, and then they will give us an option called hold. So you have to keep it at one place and hold your left click, and it will give us a clue about the crankshaft, where the crankshaft is. So you can see that it is located near a river, and there's a dam on the right side, and it actually is visible. So I think this must be located below this bridge that we just passed, or in the close proximity to the bridge. And I will show you the exact location where this crankshaft is in a minute. Here you can see pair of legs of a person in the middle of the rail track, and so many blood covering it. So there must be a victim here who has suffered some kind of accident by that rail car, I guess. And if you follow the blood trails, you can find the rest of his body. So at this point, what you can just do is to inspect it. So you can see there's a fractured head as well, and they're asking us what is the cause of death, whether it's the head trauma or the accident which he just faced. Either of them can kill him. Then just run down to the bottom of that path, and you will find the crankshaft which they asked us to find. So then just take it by pressing the left click, and you can go back to the rail car and take it to the scene. Or you have two choices here. You can either run to the rail car and take it back to the scene, or you can go back to the scene and inspect the stuff that are there. There are more stuff in the scene actually, if you inspect carefully. You can see there is a canister, an empty one, and we can inspect that. And there is a dry patch to your left. So this must be the place which the rail car was parked before it was taken to that place where we found it. And yeah, so they will give us a clue about rail car at this point. So what you have to do is to place this word at one place and click the left click as we did. So they will show us where the rail car is, and we have to take the rail car to the scene to proceed. Once you reach the rail car, you just have to fix the crankshaft and spin it. You can spin it by continuously pressing the left click, and then the rail car will start. Then you can get into the rail car and take it to the place where it originally was. Then you have to stop it, turn off the engine, and get off the rail car. Then just move forward till you find this abnormal place. So you can see there is a hole between these rocks, and if you inspect it, they will say that there's a missing rock. So what you have to do now is to find this rock, and as usual they will give us a clue, and in this clue you can see our newly parked rail car. So if you don't park rail car here at this point, it will be very hard to find this exact rock because it's not visible unless the rail car is not there. Let's see where the rock is. So here it is. Once you find the rock, just take it and go back to the place where it was supposed to be before the scenery and fix it there. After fixing that rock, we have to return to the body and touch it. So then you will get this scenario. Now they are trying to tell us a story. So what we have to do is to follow these lights and a new scenery will appear. You can see there is a young guy who is dizzy. Yeah, I think he's having a headache or something, I don't know. And there's a small guy tied to the railway. And there are more. So you can see an older guy and a young guy near the rail car, which we just parked, and you can see an older guy here. So now we have to arrange these things in a chronological order. At this place you can see the older guy is having that rock in his hand. So this is not the first one for sure. And that's why I guess that this must be the scene number 1. And the older guy picking the rock should be the scene number 2. And the scene we just passed must be the scene number 3. So let's arrange these in that chronological order and see whether it's true. This is 3. And this dizzy guy must be 4. And I'm like so sure that the remaining 2 must be 5 and 6. There is no way that I'm wrong at this place. Yeah, he's dead here. And after putting that, just press your spacebar.
Listen to me.
And they will tell us
We
a
can
story.
destroy it. I know how.
You can't destroy it, Ethan. You can't destroy time. And that's what he is. He is forever.
Gale, honey, I wish there was another way. Travis, tell me where Ethan is. Now.
I'm giving the sleeper what he wants. What all of us want. Look, old man, you need to go home. No.
Ethan, run, goddammit. Go! Get out of here! Travis, close your eyes.
Once you reach this place, what you have to do is to follow that light. It'll take you back again to the place that you found that crankshaft, and there is one more scenery that you have to see before you proceed in this game.
Grandpa? Stay away!
Ethan, I'm sick too. I can feel the sleeper in my head.
Then fight it! I have to destroy the room!
Corvus, I'm sorry. Ethan,
Oh no!
I can't let you do that.
Whatever had turned Ethan's family against him, the grandfather was trying to resist. Age helps against those things that feed on hate. Not because of wisdom or experience, because the old are tired. Their hate is less useful.
So that's it for today. Let's meet again in another episode.